Hey everyone, welcome back. If you are starting your data science journey, mastering Pandas is a must. In this video, I will introduce you to the Pandas library and its core concept with a beginner-friendly examples. Here's the definition of Pandas for the data science. So Pandas is an open source Python library. I'm repeating, Python library used for data manipulation and the analysis. Okay, it helps in data cleaning, data transformation, and data generation and data analysis. You must be wondering what kind of data we may have, right? So you may have your data in form of CSV, JSON, and all that, right? You can you with the help of API and different data sources, right? You will have some set of data which needs to be cleaned, transformed. Basically, everything will be done using the Python Pandas library. It is free to use, widely used for the data science, machine learning, and AI projects. Pandas provide powerful built-in function to work with that we will know for sure. Okay, it has two primary data structure in Pandas, basically series, which we are discussing. These two we are discussing, and this will be discussed in very friendly way, right? So I'll show you. I mean, this is the my source code itself, right? So I have written some kind of markdown in the source Jupyter notebook, basically. IPY NB is the Jupyter notebook, right? So then we have two data structure in Pandas are series, that is one dimensional, and data frame two dimensional, right? So Pandas is derived from the panel data. Okay, pan and the da and s is the plural form. Pan is left panel and d is for the data. Okay, a series stores data of a single data type, which is why it is called as one dimensional, and the data frame consists of rows and columns, so it is two dimensional, of course, and can store multiple data types across the, so it can store heterogeneous data type across the columns. Pandas support indexing and selection for the both rows and columns. It also provides feature like filtering that we are going to learn in the next episode. Okay, so I'll be covering in detail like how to do sorting, grouping, merging, handling missing values, and reading, writing files, CSV, Excel, JSON, SQL, etc, and all that, right? The first thing first, okay, when you are starting with the Pandas journey, you have to import. So I have already imported, so you have to write import. Okay, import Pandas, that we have already imported, right? Now when I say Pandas, so I don't want to use this Pandas, okay, everywhere in my code. So I will write a alias. So I can write pd1, or you can just use this as a alias. Okay, so which is why I have used pd. Okay, so here, so once it is installed, you have to just run this. You have to execute this cell. Okay, there are two cells basically inside the Jupyter notebook, right? So any file with IPY NV is kind of Jupyter notebook file. Okay, and if it is a py, so it is your core Python file. Okay, so here we have imported this library, and now once this is imported, I can use this pd alias, okay, to invoke any of the classes or function of this Pandas. Okay, so now here I'm just initializing a equal to pd.series. So series is the kind of class. Okay, series is composed of three components, three core parts: index, column, and index, which is left column, and the values 1 2 3. So here we have written 10 20, so these are the values, and the right column and it always have the data type. Okay, so if I execute this cell, you have to press shift enter, okay, to execute this. So see, it has executed and give you the green tick. Okay, so after you just change the value, and you will see the difference, right? So here you can see this is the data type it shows, and this is the left column, and this is the right column. Right column is your values, and this is your index. Okay, since I have changed the values, I have just press shift and enter, and it has changed the values. And also you can execute on the cell using this run button. Okay, or from here, this for the entire file, run all, and this is for the single cell. Now it has printed. it has printed the values and the column. In case if you want to change, you are not happy with the, if you want to change the indexing from 0 1 2 3 4 5 to ABCDE, then you can use this PD raw series and give the colon and index equal to this. So this will print like this, ABCD, and this is the value and this is the indexing. Okay, and also not to forget that this will print the series, will print the your data type, and you can see the class is pandas.series. Similarly, we can change the data type to float. Okay, so it is printing in the integer 64, int 64, and now since we have changed the d type, so now again if you give this a variable to this print function and then execute the series, then it will give you the pandas.series and the d type will be changed to float 64. Okay, this is very simple to use the series and the okay. So now here we have changed the type also. We have changed the type also to, we have typecasted it. So we have actually, so we have given this ABC and we want to know like what kind of data type it is, which is stored in the series, which we have passed to pandas series, right? So it is telling d type is string. Okay, so with the type you can get to know that. Now here comes the series, and you can also define the series in such a way, right? So each list will represent, each inner list will represent one row of particular data. Okay, so if it is employee data or anything, later on in the next episode we will know and we'll read the data from the CSV file and different sources, right? And we will manipulate and we will do the cleaning and everything of that data using the pandas library. For now, it is very essential to understand on those two core concepts, which is your series and the data frame. So now here we are actually printing, and this has printed. Since we have not defined any d type, or we have not defined the index, it is taking by default 0 to whatever row we have. So 1 2 3 4 5, so you can see 1 2 3 4 5 is here, and this is your additional 1 2 3 it is printing, and d type is object. Okay, so each inner row, as I said, each inner list will represent one row. Okay, it may be employee, the data set, right, which we are defining in the series. Now here we have series. We have discussed series, how it works. So it is one dimensional. Now there comes the data frame, right? It is two dimensional. Now it is very vague and very unclear when we have series and we have two dimensional data to represent or draw, right? What kind of information you are getting, right? It is you can see that data, but it is very confusing, right, until you use the data frame. Data frame is kind of two-dimensional, sizable, size mutable, and the potentially heterogeneous tabular. What makes this data frame more useful in pandas is like to define the columns basically. So you can define the columns using the data frame, right? Once you pass this particular data. So we have passed this our list to the series, and now we are passing to the data frame. And now see the beauty. It has represented your data in very clear and precise manner, right? Now here you see 1 2 3, and we have index is also defined, right? So 1 2 3 is 1 2 3. See 101 102 103 104 105 is coming from the index which we have defined here, and 1 2 3 is kind of your employee ID which we have defined here, and we are passing, right? So corresponding column value we are passing to this employee name. I can say ename or emp name. And if I run this, this column value will be changed, right? So now employee name, it has printed, right? Now you can see that. This is beauty, right, of when you are using the pandas and the data frame, right? So now you have very neat and clean information, very neat and clean table, since you have option to just pass the column header and to the data frame, and it will represent your data in such a beautiful format, tabular format. Now the create a series with a 5 country. If I may ask you, I give something like that, and change the index with the population. How would you do that? So we have to define the just all these countries to be passed to the series, and corresponding indexes should be passed, right? So this way we can define we can sort out this problem. Now create a data from the second problem. Create a data frame with the 10 student, marks, roll number, section, and school name, and the school or college name, of course, and change the index from 101 to 10. I mean, like just change that. I mean, just add the index from. Okay, now how would you do that with the data frame? It is very easy, right? So what you have to do is, like, you have to pass these value, these list to all these data to the data frame, and each a row will be fitted into this data frame beautifully, right? From 101 to 10 we have defined the indexes. Okay, see here the indexes and the columns, corresponding columns. So this will be separate out, kept separate, and the student name will be mapped to this particular first value, and the name marks will be mapped to this. If you change the order, it will be changed and will map associated with the different column. Okay, so just keeping this index column separated from the rest of the column. Okay, so this index is not whatever data is here, right? You are fetching, or we are passing to the data frame, will be actually mapped with this column, keeping this index out of this particular the data out of this particular this data, basically whatever you are passing to this. Understood, right? So 101, I mean, the Hemant will not be mapped to this. The student name will have the Hemant. Okay, I mean, all the names will be mapped or come under the student name. Okay, so this is your first, this is mapping for your first data, this is the marks is the mapping for the this data, roll number is for this, section is for this, and DPS, your school name or whatever, right, college name is for this. Okay, so if you add any more column, try that. Okay, so just give one column and just one more. Let us give extra. Okay, and just run this. You will see error, right? Because there is no mapping. We are not storing that indexing to this. Now run it, and you will see the proper data represented. So we are keeping this indexes, whatever you are passing to this data frame, out of this data, whatever you are passing to the data frame. So this is indexing is separate. Okay, so this is how you can use the series and the data frame. So that's a quick introduction to the Pandas library. In the next video, I will dive deeper into series and data frames with hands-on examples. Thank you for watching, and keep learning.